It was difficult to put into words what this institution meant to me, what I believed it meant to all of us. There's something magical about UC Merced, something that separates it from the rest. You realize it one day as you're walking up the hill and just look around you. The sunshine beaming down on you in your backpack, the sky so blue it stretches forever. Just as our calling took us all to this institution to collaborate and create so many new ideas, our calling will continue, no doubt, to place us where we need to be.
Our ability to stand here, successful in our pursuit of a degree, is a reflection of the adaptability and innovation of the fine establishment surrounding us. Above all else, this university has proven to us that we will persevere. We are in this together, and we made it to this moment by coming together as one strong, cohesive, and unbreakable community.
As our journey continues, I know all of us will remember the lessons and the blessings we have received here at the University of California, Merced. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Congratulations to us.
I look forward to seeing what we will achieve in the world from this moment onward, and as should you. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and welcome to the University of California Merced's virtual commencement. On behalf of the Academic Senate and the faculty, I congratulate those who have earned their doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees here at UC Merced. It has been an honor walking alongside you on your academic journey, and we hope you enjoy today's ceremony. At this time, I would like to introduce an ensemble of talented UC Merced students who will be singing the national anthem. Enjoy!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Juan Sanchez Munoz, Chancellor of the University of California, Merced, and I welcome all graduating students, family and friends, faculty and staff, and university well-wishers to our Spring 2021 virtual commencement. Buenos días. Les doy saludo con mucho gusto. Yo soy Juan Sánchez Muñoz, el rector de la Universidad Estatal en Merced. Les doy un cordial bienvenida a nuestros estudiantes, familiares, amigos, profesores, a nuestra ceremonia de graduación virtual para la primavera de 2021. Before we begin our ceremony, UC Merced would like to acknowledge our students who have put their university education on hold to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. Also, we want to extend our gratitude to those students who have worked and will work on the front lines battling the coronavirus pandemic in public health, in public safety, in education, and so many other professions whose great service to society has become even more critical. The greatest joy we have in the academic profession is to guide our students as they learn, grow, graduate, and move through their lives. So many outstanding faculty members have taught and mentored our students. I would like us to recognize these brilliant educators and researchers for their commitment to excellence and for imparting their knowledge and love of learning to the graduates we are celebrating today. Members of the University of California Merced faculty, our deepest gratitude and thank you. Graduating students, congratulations, and welcome to your commencement ceremony. Today is a day to focus on your success. Today we celebrate you, our graduates, and look ahead to your bright futures. Today, you graduate from one of the greatest campuses of the greatest university system in the world, the University of California, Merced. Family and friends, I would like to take a moment to recognize all of you for the role you have played in making this achievement possible. Your support has been essential, and I encourage our graduates to reach out and thank all those who have helped them along their journey here at UC Merced. Me gustaría tomar un momento para reconocer a los familiares, amigos que ayudaron a que este logro fuera posible. Su apoyo fuera esencial. Y le pido a todos a los graduados en darle las gracias a esos que los ayudaron durante su tiempo con nosotros. To our graduating students, you are all UC Merced pioneers, helping us build a culture of inquiry, discovery, and learning that will last for generations. You've persevered through challenges and overcome obstacles, never more so than during the pandemic. And you leave UC Merced more prepared than ever to succeed in your careers and indeed throughout your lives. You are going out to contribute to a world that desperately needs your ideas, your problem solving, your passion, and your willingness to explore, create, and innovate. Some of you came to UC Merced with doubts to overcome and with competing priorities and challenges in your lives, but you did not lose faith in your ability or the belief that you had something important to accomplish. You have seen your lives transformed and your futures opened wide by the attainment of a UC degree, and this is the most notable achievement in California and the world. Just look at what you have accomplished. PhD students stood on the shoulders of giants to further human understanding. Master students gained the professional depth to add great value to any environment they choose. The intelligence and determination you brought and amplified on our campus and in our community will continue to serve you throughout your lives and careers. Whatever your next step is, embrace the intrepid Bobcat spirit that is emblematic of the UC Merced experience. My official role today as Chancellor, and indeed my great honor, is to congratulate each of you on behalf of the entire University of California Merced community. And so, it is with heartfelt joy for you and for your loved ones, and with great hope for you and your futures that I say again, congratulations, go Bobcats, arriba los Bobcats.
Congratulations, UC Class of 2021. You are a truly special group, and I'm so proud of your strength and resilience over the past year. Few classes have faced such an array of unexpected challenges, yet you forged ahead. You changed your plans or made new ones. You navigated virtual classes, you learned the value of the mute button, and through it all, you stayed on track to your degree. You are now part of a network of more than 2 million UC alumni who are using their education and experiences to change the world for the better. I hope that this extraordinary year will hone your resolve to make the future what you want it to be. Never forget that you have that power. It is an honor to share this moment with you, and I can't wait to see what you do next. As Congressman and Civil Rights Leader John Lewis said, "You are the light. Never let anyone, any person or any force, dampen, dim, or diminish your light." Congratulations, UC graduates, and fiat lux.
Hello, I am Dr. Thelma Hurd, Director of Medical Education at UC Merced. It is my honor today to introduce you to our keynote speaker, Dr. Carrie Byington. Dr. Byington has been Executive Vice President and Head of University of California Health since the fall of 2019. She earned her BS in Biology from Texas A&M University and her MD from Baylor College of Medicine, both with honors. She trained in pediatrics at Texas Children's Hospital and in pediatric infectious diseases at UCSF. With UC Merced's nationally recognized and expanding leadership in public health and in acknowledgement of our priority of launching a medical education program with our partners at UCSF Fresno beginning in fall 2023, Dr. Byington's message to our community will be significant and a fitting addition to our 2021 spring commencement exercises. With great pleasure, I present to you Dr. Carrie Byington.
Good morning, Bobcats. My name is Dr. Carrie Byington, and I am the Executive Vice President of the University of California Health System. I am honored to help celebrate the 13th graduating class from the University of California, Merced. Before I begin, I would like to thank and recognize the leadership of UC Merced who have supported you on your journey. First, Chancellor Juan Sanchez Munoz. Next, Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost Greg Canfield. Next, Vice Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Education, Sarah Fry. The Interim Vice Provost and Graduate Dean, Chris Kello. And then finally, the Deans of the School of Natural Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, Humanities and Arts, and the School of Engineering. Most especially, I want to thank the families, friends, and faculty members who have mentored today's graduates. You helped make today possible. Working toward graduation has never been easy. It's not supposed to be. Your experience at UC Merced was intended to challenge you because it is in meeting and overcoming challenges that we grow. We have all been especially challenged this past year with the COVID-19 pandemic, and each of you should be so proud of what you have been able to learn, to do, and to overcome in order to be here today. I am told that we are about to launch 1,500 more Bobcats into the world. Whether you are graduating with a bachelor's, a master's, or a PhD degree, you are about to enter a world that needs you now more than ever. It needs your spirit, your determination, your minds, hearts, hands, and souls. It needs your capacity to think logically, to care deeply, and to work toward a better future. As Chancellor Munoz knows, I grew up in a small, rural border town in South Texas. People who lived there did not have the things that some in society may consider important. But what we did have was the love of family, a sense of community, and a belief in the dream that anything is possible with a good education. I am betting that you all have those things too, and that they got you here today. My dream was to become a doctor because growing up, I had seen people suffer and die from lack of access to good health care. I saw this lost potential and wanted to make a change. After college, I went to medical school and then completed a residency in pediatrics and a fellowship in infectious diseases. I became a professor, and then I became a dean. I worked hard every step of the way, and today I address you as the head of the largest academic health system in the United States. When dreams meet determination, anything is possible. I'm going to take just a moment to talk about UC and the University of California Health System. The UC system is one of the most respected universities in the world. UC Merced is its newest campus, and in many ways, it is one of the most ambitious expressions of what it means to be boldly Californian. I learned what it meant to be boldly Californian at UC Health when we met the moment of the COVID-19 pandemic. Even before the first case of COVID-19 in this country, UC scientists were mapping the genome of the virus and sharing that knowledge with the world. UC researchers began probing the virus for vulnerabilities, testing various drugs, studying how it spreads, and finding ways to stop it. UC pathologists developed our very own laboratory tests to detect the virus, and we provided free testing to public health departments, nursing homes, and community clinics. Our UC hospitals expanded their capacity by 40% to be ready for the surge of patients. And our UC doctors, nurses, clinicians, lab technicians, environmental services workers, and countless others worked long hours, determined to stay with their patients and help their colleagues because they knew that they were needed. We sent our trained experts to help with surges in New York City, on the Navajo Nation, and in Mexico. And in the global race for a vaccine, UC supported every vaccine trial in the United States. And as of today, we have administered more than 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine into the arms of Californians. In brief, UC Health and the UC system are helping bring this awful pandemic to an end through our expertise, our courage, and our commitment to public service. That is the spirit, the capacity, and the caring of the University of California and the University of California, Merced. You are part of this proud heritage. We make a difference. You make a difference. My message to you is this: be proud of who you are. Be proud of where you came from. Remember those who supported you and take a moment to show them your gratitude. And then, after you've wiped away their tears and maybe a few of your own, go out and change the world. Bobcats, be boldly Californian. The world is waiting. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me join you today, and I cannot wait to see what you will accomplish. Congratulations.
I too congratulate you on this auspicious occasion. I speak for all of the faculty of the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts in saying we are proud of you, all that you have accomplished, and all that you will accomplish in the future. The beginning statue holds pride of place on our campus for a reason. When you arrive at UC Merced, you begin an educational experience second to none. When you graduate, you begin again, stepping beyond campus to a world that awaits your passion, your brilliance, and your courage. But it is also a great beacon, calling to our alumni and welcoming them back home. For this is your home, wherever you go and whatever you do. Your faculty will hold you in their thoughts and their hearts, and your success will always be a great source of pride for those of us who are able to help you along the way. Thank you for joining us on this stage of your life's journey, and the very best of luck to you in the future. I would now like to introduce our student speaker, Keanu Velasquez. Mr. Velasquez is a first-generation sociology major from San Francisco. During his time on campus, he worked as a mentor in the Calvin E. Bright Success Center, as a peer instructor for the Summer Bridge program, and as an intern for the Office of the Chancellor and UC Merced Foundation. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Velasquez.
Look at us. Who would have thought we would be having our graduation online? Not me. To the graduating class of 2021, here we are, living in the moments many of us dreamed of for so long. Yes, it is nowhere near what any of us thought celebrating such a day would look like, but it's happening. That's life, isn't it? Sometimes we plan, it doesn't always look like the way we imagine it to be, but the feelings of happiness and pride still remain. I welcome and thank you, family members, friends, faculty, staff, and mentors for being here with us all today. Today is not just a day of celebration, but a day of gratitude. In an uncertain journey throughout college, you all have been the glue that held us together. Despite us physically not being on campus, something we've held true is the amount of gratitude we have to be here on this celebratory day. You all are the motivations and inspirations for us to continue to discover aspects of ourselves that may have taken us so long to realize. To my fellow graduates, a few years ago, we started a brand new journey filled with uncertainty and in an environment we didn't know much of. A place where the narrative of UC Merced revolved around being in the middle of nowhere and a brand new institution with minimal resources. Today, we are here, together, taking ownership of our narrative. We will go out into the world as graduates from the #1 institution in the nation for student outcomes and sustainable research. #1 amongst public universities outperforming expected graduation rates. #8 for economic diversity and performance of first-generation scholars. We all came here for our own reasons and stories that we continue to take ownership and pride of as we went through the years at Merced. Needless to say, we are not and never were defined by the statistics that society has put onto us. Each one of us defined our own identity, created our own path through our own struggles, but always had the collective support of one another. We know what it's like to be the only one in the room where no one looks like us. We know what it's like to have to work multiple jobs just to get by, on top of clubs and organizations that we deeply care about. We know what it's like to hold the pressures to be the first, second, third generation or more in our family. And we know the mental difficulties there are within our own identity in managing that transition to Zoom University. But here we are, about to embark on a new journey filled with uncertainty. The only difference is the world would no longer be in control of our narrative. We are the storytellers that won't be forgotten or silenced. We are the next CEOs, future doctors, veterinarians, activists, creators, and inspirations to future generations. Nothing will be able to prevent us from achieving our dreams. We are Bobcat Strong. And as we look to face future adversities head on, I leave you all with this message that was shared with me. It is not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can't take from you. Congrats to the pioneers of the graduating class of 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the doctoral degree recipients from the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. Hala Al-Najjar, Brandon Batzloff, Katie Lynn Cantwell Butterfield, Amrit Pal Diol, Marcela Rocio Entwistle, Eunice Hernandez, Veronica M. Lerma, Gracie Dures Manton, Ashley Noel Metzger, Carolina Molina, Suzette Alana Moyers, Chia Tao, Aim Michelle Elspeth Thompson, Sonia Desiree Winter, Tashelle B. Wright. Now presenting the master's degree recipients from the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. Ada Nina Johnston Kanu, Carmen D.G. Salazar, Shayna Marie Santa Cruz, Shun Ting Young. Now presenting the bachelor's degree recipients from the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. Daisy Ortiz Abarca, Angelina Abunaum, Evelyn Samantha Acevedo, Christian Emmanuel Aceves Rivera, Ana Teresa Acosta, Kevin Valentin Acosta, Corinne Alexis Adams, Sydney Alicia Adams, Bethlehem Yellow Adis, Shamaya Adkins, Kimberly A. Aguiar, Daniela Vanessa Aguilar, Nivia Dalila Aguilar, Ureni Aguilar, Daisy Karina Aguirre, Natalie Aguirre, Juliana Agustin, Onochie Emmanuel Aka, Mariam Hassan Al-Kafaji, Marisa Lopez Alarcon, Sanmori Ruby Alarcon, Lisbeth Alegria, Sheila Leticia Alejandro, Jocelyn Vanessa Aleman, Syed Rehan Ali, Gage Leslie Allen Clark, Bianca Louise Almanza, Alondra Aguilar Alvarado, James Andrew Alvarado, Diana Alvarado Cuevas, Andrea Sofia Alvarez, Ana Paula Amador, Andrew Ramin Amjadi, Kayla Janea Anderson, Matthew Nicholas Anderson, Victoria Darnay Anderson, Clarissa Andrade, Jaime Andrade, Marilyn Angeles Gonzalez, Ulises Angon Granados, Sarah Anguiano, Michael David Aquino, Maria del Carmen Arenas, Ernesto Jose Argueta, Jennifer Armenta, Laura Nelly Aaron, Alfredo A. Arroyo, Daisy Arroyo Colin, Elizabeth Artiaga, Mohammed Asim, Nancy Asensio, Brian Au, Holly Aoyoung, Zulima Avalos, Cesar Eduardo Avalos Diaz, Jason H. Avalar, Marielle Allison Torres Avelino, Andrew Jacob Avila, Marcel L. Avila, Evelyn Guadalupe Avila Farias, Christian Avila Justo, Shayla Ebeth Avila Luna, Bernardino Miguel Avina, Desiree Veronica Ayala, Mariah Haley Ayala, Beatriz Ayala Macias, Anjali Kaur Badesha, Lorena E. Balines, Blake Harrison Bandy, Samuel Alabi Bankole, Jaskaran Singh Banwait, Giselle J. Barranco Garcia, Socorro Barragan, Leslie Barrera Morales, Stacy Barrera Souza, Antonia Camila Barrios Botello, Kristen J. Basulto, Alfred Nabil Batmani, Cassandra Kathleen Balcom, Navia Damar Bautista, Nayeli Guadalupe Mora Beltran, Ryan Nicolai Benitez, Sandra Lucia Benitez, Eva Leticia Benitez Gomez, Natalie M. Betchart, Akira Bay, Noreta Rosalia Blanco Gonzalez, Cassandra Karina Brambilla Figueroa, Jason Alexander Braun, Cynthia Guadalupe Bravo Zamora, Brenda Gabrielle Brigham, Angeline Brown, Jediah Emmanuel Brown, Eugenia Starr Brumley, Daniel Bugarin, Ryan Berger, Alyssa Varania Cabrera, Elian Cabrera, Alondra Calderon, Lisette Guadalupe Calderon, Nicholas Spencer Calley, Giselle Casada, Adriana Michelle Camarena, Joel Campos Gatica, Fernando Jose Conseco, Jason Philip Cantral, Julissa Cantu, Khalid Jamon Raymond Caples, Ashley Janet Cardenas, Luis Andres Cardenas, Myrna Lizette Cardenas Diaz, Isabel Patricia Carmichael, Anthony Carmona Hernandez, Jorge Caro Jr., Stacy Ian Carrion Felix, Donald Ray Carter III, Joseph John Casillas Contreras, Kimberly Castañeda, Lisbeth Guadalupe Castellanos, Brenda Melissa Castellanos Cruz, Alan Matthew Alejo Castro, Alvaro Castro, Edgardo Anibal Castro, Abigail Catalan, Abigail de Jesus Sobreros, Jacqueline Sendejas, Omar Centeno, Charlie Cerezo, Marisa Elise Cervantes, Nancy Cervantes, Valeria Samantha Cervantes, Daisy Raquel Cervera, Sheila Renee Chambers, Jordan Scott Chang, Rose Chang, Jessica Nicole Chapman, Shiromani Angeli Charan, Alejandra Chavez, Johanna Marisol Chavez, Jose Arturo Chavez Ayala, Julissa Chavez Vasquez, Eva Selena Chavira, Nancy Jacqueline Chavira Quezada, Yujet Richard Chang, Jeanette Chico, Claudia Haim Chikazawa, Julie Marie Chanaki, Daniel G. Xiao, Leslie Cinco, Jennifer Junyun Cisneros, Seth Dylan Cobb, Allison A. Kaufman, Gerardo Cole, Stephanie Colon, Alan Contreras, Catherine Marie Contreras, Elvis Alexis Contreras Cuadra, Uriel Alejandro Contreras Jimenez, Francisco Javier Contreras Garcia, Caitlin Cook Davis, Mariana Michelle Corona, Lizette Corona Leon, Miguel Angel Coronado Hernandez, Chance Ryan Corpuz, Selma Alejandra Corral Acosta, Valeria Cortez, Jonah Edward Cottrell, Guadalupe Covarrubias Orhel, Jennifer Crisantos Ramirez, Alicia Cruz, Annalyn Rabot Cruz, Gabriela Cruz, Janeda Cruz, Abigail Cruz Reyes, Diana Giselle Cueto, Hillary Kuhn, Dalton Russ de Leon Datter, Yesenia de la Cruz, Jason Moises de Leon, Tanya Guadalupe de Lira Miranda, Abigail de Rosas, Ryan Andrew Deckard, Edna Michelle Del Rio Jara, Priscilla Delgado, Shreya Desai, Jasmine Garcia Diaz, Tanya Diaz, Vicky Analisa Diaz Rodas, Luis Jesus Diaz Vasquez, Hannah Renee Dillon, Michelle Doe, Kendall Ann Dubroff, Jennifer Duran Villalobos, Max David Dykowski, Rachel Hannah Dykowski, Robert D. Eastman, Bilal El Said Aid, Ahmed Osman El Hanafi, Eloisa Mag Usara Encenzo, Bertha Andrea Escalera, Jasmine Iskandan Zaragoza, Rodolfo Escutia, Jessica Teresa Eskin, Jose Guadalupe Esparza, Esmeralda Espinal Acosta, Jesse Joseph Richard Espinosa, Amor Guadalupe Lugo Espinosa, Juanita Espinosa, Nathalie Abigail Espinosa Madrid, Jasmine Sanchez Estrada, Carson Richard Falls, Nasrat Benjamin Faka, Andrea Farias, Paul Tyler Feldman, Marquise Martel Fleming, Angelica Christine Flores, Rosalinda Flores, Samantha Flores, Valerie Flores, Eddie Humberto Flores de Leon Jr., Genesis Flores Renteria, Yaneli Flores Trejo, Pedro Flores Vasquez, Joanna Maria Fonseca, Jose Antonio Franco, John Anderson French Umania, Jocelyn Myrna Frias, Natalia Araceli Fuentes, Noah Glenn Fuentes, Melissa Soyuki Gallardo, Wendy Edlin Gallegos, Yadira Gama Rojas, Stephanie Kristen Gamino, Giselle Zari Gondara, Alyssa Celeste Garcia, Brian Garcia, Crystal Garcia, Diana Cecilia Garcia, Jessica Amber Garcia, Joseph Andrew Garcia, Judith Itzel Garcia, Nadia Itzel Garcia, Nancy Anahi Garcia, Nina Nicole Garcia, Santiago Garcia, Tatiana Arlene Garcia, Yesenia Garcia, Carlos Garcia Orozco, Itzel Yasmin Garcia Ramirez, Erica Garduño, Marcos Gaetan Solorzano, Maria Elkes Ashaya Gobriel, Amreen Kaur Gill, Orlando Gillum III, Cece N. Gillespie, Ni Jin, Madison Bisson Goldberg, Eric Gomez, Kimberly Gomez, Serena Erica Gomez, Angela A. Gonzalez, Eileen Gonzalez, Giselle Gonzalez, Jacqueline Gonzalez, Pedro Gonzalez, Karen Gonzalez Nava, Kayla Joy Gooden, Ebony Adela Goitia Hermosillo, Giovanni Alberto Graciano, Diana de Jesus Gradilla Ibarria, Herlinda Graviola, Paris Brianna Greer, Rafael Nathaniel Gordado, Andrea Martinez Guerra, Alexandra Guerrero, Omar Guerrero, Jeanette Guevara, Catherine Alexandria Gutierrez, Emmanuel Jose Gutierrez, Karen Veronica Gutierrez, Stephen Alberto Gutierrez Guerrero, Miriam Guzman, Norma Guzman, Gabriela Guzman Ruiz, Christian Haddad, Michael Tuolangi Halapio, Ashlyn Callie Hankins, Andrew Xavier Hardy, Emmanuel Isaac Gideon Hargrave, Tamara Pamela Harrell, Grace Olivia Harrington, Sarvanaz Hashemi, Tatsuro Hayashi, Salma M. Hayter, Brian Alexander Enriquez Rivera, Emery Herr, Juan Luis Hernandez Jr., Julie Alejandra Hernandez, Catherine T. Hernandez, Leslie Alessandra Hernandez, Maya Gabriela Hernandez, Natalie Diana Hernandez, Sarah Yvette Hernandez, Valerie Celeste Hernandez, Jessica Amy Hernandez Castañeda, Alexandra Hernandez Flores, Angel Herrera, Vanessa Herrera, Jency Herrera Flores, Thomas Gregory Hutemaker, Frania Higuereta, Kelvin L. Ho, Riley Aaron Hoke, Liliana Honorato Herrera, Sumaya Hossein, Kiyi Ho, Daniel Hunter, Carlos Jr. Ibarra, Samantha Ibarra, Natalie Danielle Ibarra Alonso, Paula Andrea Isaguirre Salguero, Veronica Jacinto, Brenda Elizabeth Jacobo, Blanca Adriana Jaime Nava, Itzel A. Jaimes, Skyla James, Arthur Chao Chun Jen, Xiao Tong Jiang, Daniela Jimenez, Diego Jimenez, Rubith Jimenez, Salma Belen Jimenez, Sarai Jimenez, Yadira Jimenez, Saidi Jimenez Delgado, Jose Alejandro Jimenez Rodriguez, Brittany Leanne Johnson, Ivan D. Johnson, Leah Mayon Johnson, Mason Dean Johnson, Allison K. Jones, Ayana Arshay Jones, Imani Kali Jones, Danielle Juan, Gail Allen Juarez, Jo Marie Gagno Julian, Yodi Joe Candela, Karina Karki, Amarpreet Kaur, Jasleen Kaur, Christopher Joseph Kepsky, Noah Abraham Call, Gerline Kaur Kella, Rebecca Kim, Joy Muthoni Kironjo, Kendra Lynn Kaiser, Sarkis Sam Kazian, James Michael Kress, Connor Julius Kugler, Keiko Kuratani, Mai T. La, Rick Lamb, Dariana Lizette Lara, Giselle Lara, Luis Horacio Lara, Alvin Lau, Katie Liliuakalani La Villa, Jocelyn Rose Lazo, Ariana Jacqueline Ledesma Infante, Jason June Han Lee, Mi Lee, Vanessa Wing-Yan Lee, Hui-Ting Lei, Christian Leha, Renee Angelique Lewis, Yuritsa Leva, William Lee, Angela Dawn Liu, Jason Brian Liu, Amber Jade Loper, America Lopez, Brianna Marisa Lopez, Urson Lopez, Gary Richard Lopez III, Jose Edgardo Lopez Jr., Stephanie Ashley Lopez, Yaneli Lopez, Brian Joe Lopez Herrera, Jesus Lopez Lopez, Jose Alfonso Lopez Rios, Matthew Ryan Louie, Ali Sarai Lozano, Precious April Lozano Burgoyne, Lorenz Jacob Ledesma Liu, Diana C. Lua, Savannah Catherine Luce, Maria Guadalupe Luis, Shaniqua Marie Lujan, Daisy Maria Luna, Armando Lupian Granados, Jasmine Elaine Luquin, Destiny Macedo, Jasmine Macias, Robert Daniel Macias, Melissa Macias Flores, Yurissa Madera Cabrera, Tiverio Madrigal Landa, Andrea Michelle Mehi, Jeffrey C. Mai, Meredith Agustin Malata, Adarine Malco, Wendy Giselle Mancia, Marcelina Guadalupe Mariano, Antonio Marquez, Jennifer Marquez, Perla Marquez, Eduardo David Maraquin, Harwis Marshall, Arturo Martinez Jr., Jessica Sabrina Martinez, Julissa Martinez, Marbly Martinez, Stephanie Martinez, Victoria Martinez Nunez, Alexander Martinez Gonzalez, Marisol Martinez Sigala, Aaliyah Dion Mayfield, Destiny Sydney McLean, Evan Kenneth McDonald, Daniel Medina, Michael Alexander Medina, Erlinda J. Mejia Tebelan, Michelle Marlene Malara, Brandy Melendez, Lizette Alexandra Melgoza, Cynthia Vanessa Mendez Jr., Marcela Michelle Mendez, Brian Mendoza, Elizabeth Mendoza, Odalis Mendoza, Ruby Stacy Mendoza, Jose Angel Mendoza Montano, Jasmine Nayeli Mendoza Paz, Juan Ruben Mercado, Elena Audrey Miro, Alma Araceli Meza, Jacqueline Lourdes Meza, Matthew John Miller, Brian Miranda, Brian Leonides Molina, Shelby Danielle Molina, Lisbeth Ondina Molina Ortiz, Mark Jesus Mondares, Patty Doaris Mondragon, Veronice I. Montes Cuevas, Aldo Giovanni Montes Sanchez, Christopher Nicholas Barry Moore, Andrea Mora, Marilyn Teresa Mora, Ariana Cristal Morales, Astrid Carolina Morales, Ivan Giovanni Morales, Luis Javier Morales, Robert Alexis Morales, Yandeli Morales, Jesus Alejandro Morales Lozano, Brenda Carlota Moran, Gabriela Andrea Moreira, Sandy Morelos, Jake Tyler Moreno, Michelle Moreno, Odalis Moreno, Diana Morfin Chavez, Gracie Marie Morgan, Joseph Yijkub Muanutua, Megan Kwanag Muanutua, Josephine Athena Mulhurin, Jennifer Muniz Bocanegra, Anthony Victor Munoz Jr., Ana Andrea Murillo, Jachi Du Murtos, Mataya Christina Myrick, Anuj Vinay Nanavati, Leopoldo Navarrete Maravilla, Ana Gabriela Navarro, Christian Antonio Navarro, Jocelyn Yvette Naveda, Sonia Sanam Nawabi, Gerald Van Nellum Jr., Elise Lak Gar Eng, Kevin Yu Yang Eng, Jocelyn No. Anson T. Nguyen. Carla Melissa Nichols. Mary Carmen Nieto. Norma Beatriz Nieves. Lilia Ivanova Nikolaeva. Jonathan Joshua Nim. Maciela Nolasco. Faith Alexandra Nordvik. Luis Mario Nunez. Surisati Daniela Nunez Quiñones. Ana Karen Ocaranza. Maria Guadalupe Oseguera. David Ochoa. Jessica Melissa Ochoa. Angel Ulysses Olayo Espinosa. Elisa Marie Olivares. Jessica April Mia Bracamontes Olivas. Fernando Jose Olmos. Jody Rosie Omlin. Michelle Quintero Ontiveros. Odalis Ontiveros. Danitza Solet Ordaz. Jessie Paloma Ordonez. Hania Lisbeth Orihel. Gabriela Ornelas Garcia. Ishmael Eduardo Orozco Godinez. Eileen Orozco Salazar. Roger Ortiz. Itzel Brittany Ortiz Guzman. Marcos Alejandro Otero Jr. Katie Rose Otis. Hector A. Padilla. Ellie Virginia Polka. Mariela V. Panameño. Jorge Alfredo Paniagua Lorenzano. Emily Paulini. Davin Park. Harrison Hong Park. Carla Janet Pascual. Joaquin Rafael Pastrana IV. Sarah Nadine Patino. Viviana Guadalupe Patino Ortiz. Denise Peña. Melanie Peña. Jonathan Peraza Vasquez. Andrew Javier Perez. Karina Lee Perez. Dennis Frank Perez Jr. Diana Perez. Emmanuel Perez. Gabriel Isaiah Perez. Karen Diana Perez. Maria Guadalupe Perez. Ruben Santiago Perez. Briseida Perez Carrasco. Ivan Perez Hernandez. Vivian Quinn Pham. Mai Viet Phan. Tina Hong Phan. JD Chan Chan Faffel, Amy Yasuri Pimentel, Ariana N. Pineda Sanchez, Angel Eduardo Pivaral, Emily Pompa, Nicholas Alexander Poon, Stephanie Porras, Zachary Lane Polson, Veronica Prado Baltazar, Brian Preciado, Imani Amari Pri, Andrea Presas Valencia, Ernie Praneta, Gabrielle Marie Sibichevsky, Catherine Cruzat Pumbaya, Alan Justin Chian, Samantha Lynn Quinn, Nayeni Quintana Salvador, Esther Quintanilla, Isabel Quintanilla, Christina Jerry Quinones, Ramon Nathaniel Rashal, Alexander Xavier Ramirez, Angie Ramirez, Chelsea Chantel Ramirez, Dulce Ramirez, Francisco Daniel Ramirez, Jacqueline Ramirez, Maya Cristina Ramirez, Yaretzi Ramirez Mejia, Vanessa Giselle Ramirez Miranda, Maria Ramirez Paradones, Yesenia Ramirez Sigala, Monica Ramos, Amarpreet S. Randawa, Jessica Rangel Torres, Arturo R. Rodales, Claire Ricinos, Omar Renteria Lopez, Kendrick San Juan Reyes, Stephanie Rodriguez Reyes, Alondra Reyes Avalos, Araceli Margarita Reyes Enriquez, Dylan Matthew Richardson, Carolina Rios, Sarahi Rios Arguello, Marco Octavio Rios Salcedo, Maribel Rivas, Aaron Matthew Rivera, Karina Magdalena Rivera, Christy Rivera, Alan Delane Robinson, Catherine Robledo, Fabian Rocha, Nancy Elizabeth Rodas de Leon, Victoria Elizabeth Roderick, Jennifer Rose Rodriguez, Alicia Rodriguez, Angelina Rodriguez, Ashley Janet Rodriguez, Camila Rodriguez, Karen Everarda Rodriguez, Natalie Mercedes Rodriguez, Natalia Giselle Rodriguez, Stephen Rodriguez, Yesenia Rodriguez, Odales del Rocio Rodrigo Vélez, Salvador Rodriguez Chavarria, Crystal Rodriguez Sandoval, Edgar Rojas, Miguel Rojas Jr., Samantha Rios Rojas, Karen Roman Veit, Alondra Eunice Romero, Jennifer Naomi Romero, Manuel Romero, Maria Guadalupe Romo, Rafael Joaquin Garcia Ronace, Evelyn Ashley Ruiz, Kayla Lizeth Ruiz Ramirez, Diego Raul Saavedra Valencia, Anamyui Sechao, Chana Meifu Sechao, Jaime Salas Jr., April Salas Gutierrez, David Salas Perez, Jose R. Saldana, Andrew Ignacio Samano, Ghassan Ibrahim Samara, Andrea Sanchez, Lena Mayra Sanchez, Sarah Giselle Sanchez, Thalia Ines Sanchez, Vera Nicolette Penalver Sanchez, Jose Luis Sanchez Macias, Rosenda Sanchez Avina, Navneet Kaur Sandhu, Jesse Fabian Sandoval, Micaela Sandoval, Marisol Santiago Garcia, Elvis Alexander Santizo, Ariana Yvonne Santos, Guadalupe Rafael Santoyo, Lisbeth Guadalupe Sanzon Rios, Warren Ruckus Sarter, Dulce Victoria Sauceda Lopez, Carla Lisette Schmidt, Nicole Maya Segovia, Graciela Mary Segura, Akash Selvam, Angel Anthony Serena, Sonia Serrano Garcia, Heidi Daniela Serrano Navarro, Kelsey May Severson, Shayla Radhika Sharma, Amparo Teresa Silva, Daniela A. Silva, Gurkaran Singh, Tara Singh, Dashmika Singh, Tessa Jean Skinner, Adelina Skywalker, Mari Cruz Solano, Amanda Flora Solis, Christina Alfonso Solis, Linda Alfonso Solis, Wendy Solis Ruiz, Maria Guadalupe Solorio Lopez, Darlene Somariba, Carla Yesenia Sosa, Luis Soto, Malena Stephanie Soto, Hugo Ernesto Soto Guerrero, Daniela Soto Prado, Stephanie Soto Rodriguez, Carolina Soto Villa, Kelvin J. Souza, Mark Anthony Souza, Marcus Andre Spencer, Jessica Chatera Stokes, Isabel Suarez Acosta, Jennifer Marie Summers, Diana Elizabeth Serber, Catherine Lynn Swanson, Melissa Elizabeth Tabares, John Anakin Tabbert, Victor M. Tafoya Jr., Jason Miguel Tamayo, Patricia Marilyn Tamayo, Ray Ann Fulgencio Tamayo, Emma Rose A. Tan, Hosnar Tanver, Kirsten Michelle Teague, Santos Seferino Tecum Solis, Juan Jose Nicolas Tellez, Miriam Teles Aguilar, Catherine White Templeton, Mai Ona Tao, Riley Emmanuel Tilson, Preston Justin Pertiera Terrell, Cheyenne Ophelia Tompkins, Brenda D. Tong, Ashley Gray Torres, Christian S. Toom, Lucia Tovar, Paulino de Jesus Tovar, Hernan Izia Trevino, Ashley Karina Toole Varela, Tatum Rose Turner, Sandra Serafia Sock, Bryant Urenda, Rebecca Isabel Ortiz, Sasha Valadez, Diana Cristina Valderrama Reyes, Jacqueline Adriana Valdez, Magdalena Valdez, Betsabeth Cristina Valencia, Alaika Luis Melton Valera, Leslie Valeriano, Diana Valladares, Amber Vang, Ka Marina Vang, Kerr Vang, Michael Vang, Amilsar Jose Vargas Jr., Angela Micaela Vargas, Jessica Vargas, Aurora Vargas Contreras, Stephanie Vargas Perez, Sally Noemi Vargas Zamudio, Ana Isabel Vasquez, Arnold Vasquez, Mario Vasquez Garcia, Jazibe Elizabeth Vasquez Martinez, Daisy Vasquez, Saul Vasquez, Patricia Lisbeth Vasquez Aquino, Jerica Marie Colmenares Vega, Keanu Franchi Velasquez, Nadia Grisel Velasquez Vanegas, Glenda Sista Velasquez Gonzalez Sr., Azelia Berenice Velasquez, Crystal Velasquez Flores, Juliana Ventura Ramirez, Samantha Verganza, Emilia Vergara, Fernando Vicente, Anthony Joseph Vieira, Jennifer Villa, Megan Jarger Villagracia, Malin Ariel Villamonte, Samantha Giselle Villarreal, Vanessa Sanchez Villegas, Kenny Vo, Nicholas Vo, Lynette S. Void, Brandon S. Vong, Lisa Trin Vu, Derek Kong Wong, Rajiv Singh Walia, Krista Caroline Walsh, Jenny Wang, Bailey Chamberlain Weichel Feeks, Karina Michelle Williams, Jason C. Wilmot, Brittany Claire Wilson, Garland Haniel Wizard II, Tim Wu, Ryan Analum Zairath, Bonnie Shah, Nathan Sang Shang, Caleb Yang, Lu Yang, Judith Marie Galicia Llano, Alexandria Kanaka Yam, Stephen Lee Yi, Anthony R. Yepes Reyes, Patrick Sampson Young, Jade Lene Young, Esmeralda Bertha Zamudio, Vanessa Abigail Zelaya, Dmitry Alex Zevelev, Justin Roy Zhang, Wei Pei Zhu, Zach William Ziegenhorn, Samantha F. Zuniga, Tegan Marie Zuniga, Vanessa Megan Zuniga. This concludes the presentation of degree recipients from the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts.
And now, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you your doctorate, master's, and baccalaureate degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the newest graduates of the University of California, Merced.
And thank you, families and friends, faculty and staff, for joining our graduates to mark this momentous occasion.
Bobcats, celebrate this momentous achievement. You have truly earned it.
Know that there's always a place here for you at UC Merced. Now and forever, we are part of your community for life.
As you go into the world and use what you have learned, you give us immense hope for the future.
Bobcats, we salute you. Go out and make the world a better place.